Hello, my crafty friends. This is take 2 of a project that I started trying to do today. The first one I did, I gessoed over this page of this children's book with clear gesso, and then I used watercolor. I used watercolor pencils. Let me get this off so you can see. I shouldn't have put it down yet. Okay. I used watercolor pencils for the sky, and it just didn't work well at all. And I used watercolor crayons down here, and it didn't work great. So I just did put some regular watercolor over the top of it. And then I used regular watercolor to colorize the page. I put the clear gesso on it because I knew watercolor would just soak right straight through the book, and it didn't. With the gesso on it, it protected it really well. So that was not a fail. But I wasn't particularly happy with how the watercolor reacted on this page. And I don't know if store-bought clear gesso would work better, but my homemade gesso didn't work well with watercolors. And so I decided to try it again. And this is me trying again. Only this time, well, making a mess here. Somehow I got this all messed up. Okay. I'm going to try again with acrylic paint and the Golden Artist Color acrylic glazing liquid. And I'm going to see if that will let me paint over this page, but keep the drawing. The watercolor worked fine as far as keeping the drawings concerned, and it worked fine as far as not bleeding through with that clear gesso, but I just wasn't happy with the result of doing that. And so I wanted to try something else. And so I put a little bit of this acrylic glazing liquid out, and then a little bit of this phthalo blue acrylic paint, and mixed them together. And now I'm going to work on the sky, and I'm going to turn it like this because I think I can work better. I'm left-handed, so I have to kind of accommodate that. And we're going to see what we can get from this. One thing you will get is brush strokes. Not sure how I feel about that. Might be great. Look like I really painted this picture, see, instead of just painting over it. That's something that each person would have to decide if they like or not. I haven't decided yet if I like it, so I wasn't thinking about that when I decided to do this. This is like a lot of my projects. It's something I thought about when I saw the book at the thrift store. And it was free, so I figured I could play in it and see if this would work or not. And I like paint and I like painting, but I'm not terrifically skilled at it, so this is kind of like paint by number, except there aren't any numbers. You're just filling in the picture. Of course, right now I'm painting parts that don't have any drawings, so we don't know yet how that's going to work. But I think it's going to preserve the drawing okay, which is the purpose of the whole thing is to paint on it but preserve the drawing. So we will see. I mixed up a little bit of this blue and then drew on my underpaper and painted over it a little bit to see if the if I could see through it, and I could. So I decided that that was enough to get me to go ahead and try this for a second time, since the watercoloring thing didn't make me happy. I'll be honest with you, I haven't decided whether I'm going to post that watercolor video or not. Part of me thinks I should, just so you can see that didn't work so great, but I just showed you it didn't work so great. Didn't So part of me thinks I shouldn't make you suffer through the watching the video of it. I tell you what, I think I'm going to not post it, but if you want to see it and you want to see how that acted, then comment below this video, and I'll post it then. I've got it. And if you don't want to watch that, you don't have to, but those who are interested in the difference can. I don't think I have enough blue here. I wasn't thinking when I started this that if I mix up some more, it probably won't be just the same. Let me go ahead and put as much of this as I can in here, and then maybe it'll mix in if it... Well, I wasn't thinking about that as an issue when I started with the little sample I just done. Okay, I'm going to have to mix up some more. Let's see if I can get close. I just barely put any of this out on it. Oh, wait, I think that's probably too much even. Okay. I'm just going to take some of it. Okay, let's see if this is going to work or if it needs more. Oh, no, that's pretty good, actually. Yay for me. When I first did it, it was too dark, and I had to add some more of the glazing liquid, and so I wasn't sure how good my judgment would be. It's time to mix up a new batch. I probably should be using a smaller brush. Book keeps moving. Going around these buildings is not easy with this brush. But I'm not going to complain because it's my own fault. I didn't get a smaller brush out. I've actually even got one out. I'm just being lazy, I guess, not using it. Okay, let's see if we can even this out a little bit. It's funny because it almost looks like cross hatching. There, I just painted off some of that. Huh. Didn't really expect that to happen. Let's see if I can. Nope, it doesn't want to go back in. Okay. Whew. That's one thing about putting that clear gesso on there. I can wipe it off some. That helps. Okay, we're going to just call that good. Let's turn it back around here. I think I'm happier with that result than I was the watercolor for sure. Alrighty, see if there's any place else I need some blue. I don't think so. Let me just see if I can fix this a little bit. Trying to make the sky a little more even. It looks different every way I turn the book, so. Okay, we're going to call that good. Clean off my brush a little bit here. Okay. I think I'm going to work on the buildings next because that's just makes sense. And I'm going to start with I think I want the buildings to have some color. Maybe something I wish I hadn't done. We will see. When I did the watercolor, I just washed over the whole building, didn't worry about windows. These windows are bigger, so you kind of feel like you should worry about them a little bit. Okay, I'm going to start with this little bitty brush and go around the windows of the building that I'm going to be working with this time. I think I'm going to start with this here. Let's see what happens. Those on the side I'm not going to worry about because they're already darked in. Ooh, I think I got that just a little bit too pale here. Let's add a little bit more color to that. It's an experiment. Alrighty. Let's try that again. I'm going to go ahead and act like that building goes all the way out there. Might have been better to act like bushes went all the way out there, but I'm going to act like the building goes all the way out there. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can actually see something. Okay. It's kind of, I don't know why I brushed that off because I'm going to go ahead and paint that side of the building. that color too. It looks like that's really weird because it looks like the trees stop right there, but the street didn't start till down here. So those must be up on a balcony or something. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and paint the building down underneath the trees because that's what it looks like it does, is go underneath them. Except not there because that's car. I should have not gone all the way to the edge of the book. That would have probably been helpful. Hindsight. Okay. I don't know if I can get around these windows. I'm going to go ahead and paint the chimneys this color. We'll come back with some black for the roof. Okay. Well, I think we're going to call that good for that one. And I think I'm going to go ahead and paint this one down here this color too, because I have some more of this color and I want to use it. At least use some of it. Yeah, I really wish I hadn't gone off to the edges. But it's already done now. All right, let's choose one more. We want to make it look like this color is a normal building color in this town. So we'll do this one down here. And then we'll go back up here and we'll do this building. I still got a ton of paint. That's the problem with making this. You have to use so much glaze to make it transparent. Then you end up with a lot of paint. Okay, we'll do a little one back in here too. Okay. I'm going to pause the video for just a second and I'm going to wipe off this paint into something and I'll be right back. That way I don't have to waste it. Okay, I've mixed up a tiny little bit of black with some of that extender, so it's really going to be kind of a gray. I just want to fill in the roofs. Go ahead and get that. I wonder if I can make them look more like shingles or something if I give it some texture like that. I don't know how it'll end up looking, but it's more fun. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one. I'm going to do it that way too, just because it's paint goes on a little bit thicker that way and it gives it some roofy texture. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make this roof the same way. This one has texture, so it probably was supposed to be those like clay tiles or something, but I've already got this paint. The drawing already has the texture built in for this one, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to paint it. Alrighty. There's some roofs off back here, so let's go ahead and paint them dark. That needs to be a little bit more regular, I think. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and paint these, whatever these are, on top of the building here with this same grayish black color. If it was modern buildings, I would say they were air conditioning units, and they may be. Smokestacks, maybe, is what they really are. Got all kind of extra stuff on our buildings now that. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one too, since all those other things up there are that color. Even though it's, it may not be supposed to be something like that. One more little thing right up here. I'm going to go ahead and, since this is part of the same building as this, I'm going to go ahead and paint it this dark color too. I may wish I'd painted it something brighter, but yeah. All right, let's see if I can scrape some of that back off it where those windows are. No. Okay. Well, we learned our lesson there. And I don't see anything. Well, the street probably should be that color. Let's see if we can paint the street. It won't show up much anyway, so. Yep. Down here. And under there. Don't see a whole lot of the street on this side. Alrighty. I forgot I had zoomed in. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to do some more buildings now with it. Let's add a little more color. I'm going to do this alizarin crimson and do some buildings with it. Let's mix this up here and see. I want it to be dark enough that it doesn't look just pink. But that may be what it ends up looking like. Guess it's not a big deal if we got some orange ones. Why can't we have some pink ones? Oh. I'm going to play with this little silicone brush and see how it does. I haven't really ever painted with it, so Let's do these buildings here pink. Boy, it just scrapes right off, doesn't it? It doesn't really paint. Okay. So we know now silicone brushes are not the way to go if you're going to do this. Did I bring in? Yeah, here's one that's between those two. Alrighty. Let's. I don't know why I decided that this building's roof was going to be the same color as the building. But that is what I'm going to do. I think the dormers on the sides need to be that same color. Just the windows themselves need to be a different color. I can't seem to stay inside the lines. Even when they're drawn. Oh well. This is just me having fun anyway. It's not like I'm trying to make a great masterpiece. And I am having fun. It is fun to do. But I always like to do new things, so I always have fun doing it. Even if I never do another one, I enjoy the process of doing something new. This, for some reason, this red is doing a better job of letting me paint over it and add a little more depth than that orange did. I'm not sure. It's a different brand of paint, and I guess that could be it. But the majority of what's in here is the glaze, and that's the same, so I don't know. Let's see if we can make those go more straight down instead of flaring out like that. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and go under that one. That one too. We'll make them windows. I don't know if they're supposed to be windows or... Okay. Let's go back down here and paint some more of these buildings that color. I'm just going to paint a bunch of them that color. We'll add a different color in between somewhere, but may paint over them with a different color. But right now we're going to start out with them being that color so that we can get some paint on there. Alrighty. And let's do, this is, I don't want brilliant yellow. That's not what I'm wanting. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of this. This is Mars Orange Gray Iris, but it's really a brown color. Kind of almost terracotta, so it might be good for this big building here. And I think I got way too much paint out, considering how the other ones have gone. Okay. But I can always edit it back in if I need to. All right, let's stir this up and see what we get here. Hopefully it will look markedly different from the other orange so that it will look more, won't look like I painted everything orange. That's my hope. It's not a ton different. We're going to go with it anyway. Okay. And let's see. I think, now that I'm looking at it, it looks like we got more than, I was thinking all of this was one building, but I don't think it is now that I look at it better. Yeah, I think that looks good to put in here. Although at night it would probably be darker. If it's not nighttime, the windows won't be necessarily glowing yellow, but my painting knowledge is limited enough. I don't know what else to do with the windows besides either make them dark or make them light. And the artist who drew the picture didn't want them dark, so I'm going to go ahead and probably paint them in yellow. Okay, whatever this is comes in front of this building. So I'm going to go ahead and paint it the same color. Okay. Now I think I'm gonna go with this blue and do a few buildings with this blue. It's a much lighter blue, so hopefully it will not match the sky. I'm just gonna mix it with my brush here. Okay, I'm gonna do this building here. With this lighter blue. And that looks like it's part of that building too. I just realized I didn't paint that roof. I didn't see it before. And then I'm going to paint this building blue too because I still have some. Didn't mix up very much, but whoops. Got a little over in that brown. That's not what I wanted. Okay. We're going to call that good. Alrighty. I'm sorry. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use some of this dark yellow. Oh no, I thought it was a little more orangey than that. Well, I could mix it with this. Let's try that and see what we think. Since this building doesn't have any obvious windows open to paint, we'll just paint it this color. Okay. Whew. I can see that this is going to take me a lot longer than y'all are going to want to sit through. So I think I'm going to paint I think I'm going to paint this car this blue. I'm just going to suggest the rest of the car. And since I've got some more, let's make this one back here blue too. That didn't work so great. Let's try again. Okay, let's find another one here. How about that one right there? Oh no, that's too close to the building. That wouldn't work well. Let's do this one back here. Make that one blue. All right. And then trying to think, some of them would be black. So let's do a little more black and maybe make it a little bit darker than those roofs. And I can do the other roof at the same time. All right. Let's do this one right here. And we're going to do the same thing with it we did on the other one. We're going to just kind of suggest the rest of the car. Just won't show this to my son because he would want the cars to be as accurate as possible. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and do this roof so I don't forget it again. Now let's do this car over here too. All right, and I know the wheels would be black, but we're going to leave them white because otherwise they might not show up. Let's do this one right here. Okay. I'm going to do this one in front. Mix up a color for it that's out of these other colors. So I want it to be different from already out there, but I want it to have some color. One has a fender cover, a wheel. Sorry about all those notifications. Okay. I kind of like that one, actually. That's kind of a nice color. Oh, just because we can, we're going to go ahead and paint this one back here the same color. Okay. We've got one more to paint there. I think I'm going to just go ahead and paint it with the black because I have some already mixed up and it's already almost all colored anyway. Alrighty, there we go. Now we're going to get some greens and work on trees and grass. I've got two different greens. I've got a phthalo green and where's the other one? I thought I had another green. Maybe I was just going to add some yellow to it to make a different green. Anyway. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's a very blue green. I was not even thinking when I picked that one. I'm going to pause and look for a different green. Be right back. Okay, I decided that I'm going to just mix a little black with that phthalo green, and I'm going to use it for this, and then I'll get a different one for the grass. But we're going to use that for the trees. I did kind of a test of it right there, and I decided that color was all right. So that's what we're going to use for the trees. All right, let's dab in some trees here. Bushes and whatnot. All right, we got a little bit more bushes and trees over here. Like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of it in around, and then I'll put a lighter green in too, and maybe they'll kind of give a little bit of definition to the grassy areas. I don't know. Okay, now I'm going to grab a lighter. Oh, no, here it is. There's my lighter green. I knew I had one. Oh, funny. This one is called Cobalt Green. And then we'll see how this one will do. Okay, let's see if we can add in some of this. Just dab it in. We'll do the same thing over here. Okay. Now I'm gonna paint the little ducklings, and I think I want them to be. No, let me just a sec. Let me go get a different. Okay, I'm gonna do the ducks Naples yellow. Um, let's, I think that's gonna be good. I don't want them to be, you know, sunshine yellow. Okay. Now then, I am gonna paint them with this little bitty brush because I do want to try to. Um, okay, that is just not one. This is. It must be this paint. Because when I use a different kind, I'm not having trouble. But when I go back to this Artist Loft paint, it's a lot harder. I wouldn't think it would make much of a difference when so much of it is the glazing medium, but it definitely does. So I'm going to have to just kind of goop it on the little birds. Baby bird feathers are not sleek anyway, so I guess it'll be all right. But little birds down here in the seam, it's and I'm going to do the mother that same color, and then I'm going to go over her with the brown. See if we can kind of mix her colors, make her darker. Alrighty, where's the brown? I got some burnt umber that I'm going to use for that. Okay, we're just going to kind of go over her a little bit with this. She just looks dirty. Sorry, Mommy. And I'm just not able to help that. Okay. I just noticed that this one little duck's head didn't get painted. Let's go back and do that real quick. There, at least looks like the others. Okay. I may use that same color to go in the windows just because I have it, and that way it's not as bold as it would be if it was a brighter yellow. We're about to be able to call this thing done. I'm not going to worry about painting the sidewalk. I don't have something that I could paint it that would make it different from the street, so we're just going to leave it like it is. It does kind of complete the look a little bit better than just leaving them white. So I'm glad I decided to do that. I was being tempted to just leave them white because I didn't want them to be bright yellow since it's daytime and not nighttime. But this way it at least looks like I tried to do something, huh? Okay. I think I'm going to go in the windows of the cars and do the same thing. Just add a little something to it. You can still see the people through it or whatever, but that looks a little bit better. Now we've got a white sidewalk and white tires. Oh dear. But we painted everything else, so let me take this off, and this is what it looks like. And while it's not necessarily what I would consider great painting, it was a lot of fun. And at least if you're a better painter than I am, you can probably really do something with this idea. But I'm just enjoying it. It was fun. I hope that you enjoyed it too. God bless you. Bye-bye.